5 chilling encounters with the unknown. Our world, a tapestry of vibrant life and breathtaking beauty, also harbours pockets of profound mystery. In this series, we will journey into the heart of such mysteries, exploring 5 chilling encounters with the unknown. Our journey begins in the echoing silence of the Grand Blackwood Hotel, a once majestic edifice now steeped in whispered tales and shadowed memories. Deep within its aged walls on the second floor lies room 104, a seemingly ordinary room, yet one that has borne witness to a string of unsettling events. Guests have spoken of sudden temperature drops, an icy chill that seems to emanate from the very walls themselves. Whispers drift from the vacant corners, disembodied voices murmuring in the dead of night. Objects move inexplicably, furniture creaking and groaning as if disturbed by unseen hands. One guest reported an antique clock, untouched on the nightstand, suddenly chiming at the stroke of 3 a.m., its eerie melody shattering the silence. Housekeeping staff, their faces etched with apprehension, describe an unnerving sensation of being watched within the room's confines. Some refuse to enter alone, their unease palpable. Despite numerous investigations, no logical explanation has ever been found for the strange happenings in room 104. The hotel's management dismisses the accounts as overactive imaginations. Yet the stories persist, whispered amongst the staff and guests, a chilling testament to the room's unsettling aura. One particularly unsettling account came from a young couple who checked into room 104 for their honeymoon. The newlyweds, initially charmed by the hotel's vintage charm, found their joy turning to fear as the night wore on. During the night, the husband awoke to a cold sweat, a bone-chilling feeling gripping his heart. Turning to his wife, he found her staring wide-eyed at the foot of the bed, her face contorted in terror. There, in the dim moonlight, stood a shadowy figure, its form indistinct but its presence undeniable. The couple fled the room in terror, their screams echoing down the desolate hallway, their honeymoon forever marred by the chilling encounter. Our next journey takes us to the dense emerald heart of Redwood National Park, where towering trees stand as ancient guardians of secrets untold. It was here, amidst this wilderness of dappled sunlight and whispering leaves, that experienced hiker Daniel Carter embarked on a solitary trek, one from which he would never return. Daniel, a seasoned outdoorsman, knew these trails like the back of his hand. He respected the wilderness, adhered to safety protocols, and always informed loved ones of his intended route. Yet, despite his meticulous preparation, Daniel vanished without a trace. Days turned into weeks as search and rescue teams combed the vast expanse of the park, their efforts hampered by the unforgiving terrain. Volunteers joined the search, their hope dwindling with each passing hour. The forest, once a place of solace for Daniel, now held a sinister silence, its secrets closely guarded. As the search intensified, a series of strange clues surfaced, deepening the mystery. Daniel's backpack was discovered abandoned near a creek, its contents meticulously laid out, but his compass and map strangely missing. Even more perplexing, his hiking boots were found neatly placed a considerable distance away, pointing in opposite directions as if discarded in haste. Experienced trackers, baffled by the unusual findings, theorized that Daniel may have become disoriented or suffered a sudden medical emergency. Yet no sign of injury or struggle was found, no indication of what could have led to such bizarre behavior. The Redwood National Park, once a symbol of majestic beauty, now held a haunting reminder of the hiker who vanished without a trace. Chapter 3: The Ghost Ship. Our voyage into the unknown now takes us to the vast and unforgiving expanse of the North Atlantic, where the relentless ocean holds countless tales of maritime mystery. It was here, amidst a shroud of sea mist and swirling gulls, that a lone cargo ship, the MV Enigma, was discovered drifting aimlessly, its hull bearing the scars of a turbulent journey. The Enigma, once a workhorse of the seas, now resembled a phantom vessel, its silhouette a stark contrast against the steel-grey sky. Boarding parties dispatched from a nearby Coast Guard cutter were met with an eerie silence, the ship's decks deserted, its cargo holds untouched. The ship's logbook, its pages damp and weathered, contained entries up to a certain point, after which the narrative abruptly ceased. The last recorded coordinates placed the Enigma in the heart of a notorious shipping lane, known for its unpredictable weather patterns and treacherous currents. An examination of the ship's bridge revealed no signs of struggle or foul play. The navigational instruments were in working order, the radio equipment functioning. Yet there was no distress call, no indication of what had befallen the crew. Half-eaten meals lay abandoned on the galley table, coffee cups still steaming as if hastily deserted. Personal belongings scattered about the crew quarters painted a poignant picture of lives interrupted, of men who vanished without a trace. The ghost ship, its rusted hull a haunting reminder of its unknown journey, continues to fuel maritime legends, a testament to the enduring power of the sea's secrets. Chapter 4. The Shadow in the Woods. Our next encounter takes us to the heart of the sprawling Appalachian Mountains, a region where verdant forests cloak ancient legends and where darkness holds a certain mystique. It was here, amidst the towering pines and whispering oaks, that a group of friends, on a weekend camping trip, found themselves confronted by a terror they could never have imagined. The friends, eager to escape the city's clamour, had ventured deep into the woods, their laughter echoing through the trees as they set up camp. As twilight descended, casting long shadows across the forest floor, a palpable shift occurred in the atmosphere. The air grew heavy. The once welcoming woods now seemed to press in, their silence broken only by the crackling of their campfire. One of the friends, Emily, noticed it first. A flicker of movement in the periphery, a shadow detaching itself from the darkness beyond the firelight. At first they dismissed it as a trick of the light, their minds playing games in the fading light. But as the night wore on, the sightings became more frequent, more pronounced. A tall, shadowy figure, its outline indistinct but its presence undeniable, seemed to stalk their campsite. It moved silently, effortlessly, gliding between the trees, always just beyond the reach of their flashlights' beams. Fear, primal and instinctive, gripped their hearts, their laughter replaced by hushed whispers. One of the men, emboldened by a mixture of adrenaline and bravado, decided to confront the figure. He charged into the darkness, his flashlight beam cutting through the trees, but the figure was gone, vanished as quickly as it had appeared. As dawn broke, painting the sky with hues of gold and crimson, the friends, exhausted and terrified, packed up their gear and fled the campsite. Chapter 5. The Unseen Presence. Our final journey into the realm of the unexplained takes us not to a remote island or a haunted forest, but to the very places we consider our sanctuary, our homes. For within these walls, meant to offer comfort and security, there are those who claim to share their space with something unseen, something unsettling. These are the stories of ordinary people, living ordinary lives, who have experienced the chilling sensation of an unseen presence in their homes, a feeling of being watched, of not being alone, even when logic dictates otherwise. A young mother rocking her newborn to sleep feels a cold spot in the nursery, a sudden drop in temperature that sends chills down her spine. Turning, she senses a presence behind her, a fleeting glimpse of something out of the corner of her eye. But when she turns fully, there's nothing there. An elderly widower, his house echoing with the silence of his solitude, hears footsteps creaking on the stairs, the distinct sound of his late wife's gait. He calls out, his voice trembling with a mixture of hope and dread, but the only response is the echo of his own voice bouncing off the empty walls. A student, alone in his apartment, feels a weight on his bed as if someone has sat down beside him. He glances over, his heart pounding in his chest. But the bed is empty, the sheets undisturbed. The world is a vast and mysterious place, filled with wonders that continue to amaze and perplex us. As we've journeyed through these chilling encounters, we've been reminded that there are forces at play beyond our understanding, mysteries that may never be fully unraveled.